Warning: the video you're about to see is strictly fan fiction. If you plan on leaving comments like fake and gay, please leave the video now. As for the rest of you, please enjoy this episode of The Untold Story.
Good evening, and welcome to the Wasteland. In this series, we will be documenting the past of our four heroes from Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies. Today, for our viewing pleasure, we will be looking at the story of Abigail Misty Brierton. Misty was born October 19, 1998 in Detroit, Michigan. She was the baby of the family and had two older brothers. By the time she was 7 years old, Abigail developed an intense sibling rivalry with her two brothers. Everything was a contest. Who could eat faster, who could spit further, everyday occurrences turned into a show of one-upsmanship. To prove she could be just as strong, as cool, and as dangerous as her brothers, Misty became an all-out tomboy. Just a few years later, however, things took a turn for the worst. Mr. Brierton worked in one of Detroit's many car factories, but in the economic collapse of 2008, he lost his job. The family was forced to move into one of the most crime-ridden areas of the Motor City. Misty was 15 years old and had become quite the attractive young lady. On her way to school, she would pass hoodlums sitting on their stoops. They would harass her, make sexual remarks, and far too often try to grab her physically. The way she was treated by the gangsters turned her distaste for men into all-out blind fury. Abigail knew she had to get tougher than the boys. Before, it was about childish competition. Now, it was about her own survival. Misty moved out of her house at the age of 17. While she still lived in Detroit's slums, she feared nothing. Misty took boxing lessons, carried a switchblade in her shoe, and kept a .44 Magnum on her waist. Because she had no job and needed money, she would compete in underground knife fights, which she became an expert at. The motto for men around the area was "Don't fuck with Misty." After the world was destroyed by the missiles from Griffin Station, Misty really didn't mind. She had always been a loner. The only thing she missed about civilization was being able to kick someone's ass. When she saw the first undead creature rise from the ground, Abby was pleased to say the least. When she looked at a zombie, she didn't see the zombie's actual face. She saw the faces of the filthy men that harassed her so long ago. When she met the other survivors, she was enraged to see they were all male. Misty was then determined to always be better than the other three, proving she was tougher than any of them. This is why we hear her so often demanding respect and forcing the issue of her gender. However, she did make an exception for Marlton. He was different. He was so smart, so thoughtful. He was the only man she ever met that wasn't thinking of her body 24/7. Marlton showed affection right back at Misty, which may have been a foolish move. While Abigail looks like the girl of your dreams, she is very dangerous and is a loose cannon. I wouldn't go near her if she was the last woman on Earth.